50 Shades of Grey squirrel. People are into bestiality. I'm just going to do one poem for you. It's called Suing Myself for Malpractice. My mind went on strike for higher pay, claiming I take the credit for the work he does. My brain won't think again until I say that I'm sorry and refuses to discuss the situation, as that would involve cogitation. So I've called for arbitration and negotiation in a debate judged and chaired by my heart, calling on all of my mind and my body to take part. Though my soul is now in contempt of court, everyone else agreed to participate and report. To hear my brain complain that he needs to get out more, requiring my eyes to open up and look beyond the pantry door. He says he needs my sensory perception, but that with an occasional rare exception, like when I take the odd Saturday night out, I just sit in front of the telly, lazing about. My brain condemns me for my dull lifestyle and expresses fears of going prematurely senile from sheer lack of use or exercise. I demanded that the tribunal ignore such lies, but my heart overruled my objection. A self-mockery rubbed in my sense of dejection. My brain reminded the heart that my tonsils have left me, along with several teeth and his hair, I see, pointed out my heart. As the appendix confessed that he also planned absconding very soon. I was feeling tired, so the court kindly recessed, planning to start again when I woke up at noon. When my body began cross-examination, pointing out with examples and explanation that the brain has given me little but misery and despair, an accusation the mind rejects as grossly unfair, accusing me of being lazy and good for nothing as a couch potato, more inspired by Disney's Pluto than the ideas of Plato. But the heart called for silence as the body's case started, albeit in some embarrassment as my arse loudly farted. But a finger pointed to the brain and the mouth yelled, "Freud!" The name made my mind realise its case was null and void. As I pressed home the evidence that I was only this deluded because the mind can't think straight and never concluded anything it started, failing to remember where my socks were whenever I required them to make appointments on time. And my brain was always too lazy to come up with a decent rhyme when I exercised my desire to write poetry, making me look up the right words in a dictionary or some similar book, instead of getting them from within the confines of my own head. My mind lacks an IQ and practically brain dead, the body said. The brain immediately insisted on being transplanted elsewhere, but the heart shouted loudly, "Now just hold it right there," as a tiny lump of ice cream made the brain freeze in its tracks. Antibodies blocked all orifice exits, shouting, "Everyone relax." My heart told the brain that he sympathised with his case. The heart had long compelled me not to keep stuffing my face with junk food and eggs, caffeine and cholesterol, not to mention my intake of huge quantities of alcohol. But the heart, while dreaming of being donated to another, wouldn't bury it in saturated lard and trying to smother the aorta while blocking all the arterial canals and veins, recognised the need for harmony between bodies, hearts and brains, and begged us to reconcile ourselves to get along. So an uneasy truce seemed to wrap things up nice and neat, until my kneecaps spoilt it by complaining about my smelly feet. The heart called for order and reminding them of all what we've been talking, but my feet were too mad. "That's it," they said, "we're walking."